dangerous. Well, I'll tell you what, I've had a few dingers in my time. There was the crocodile that nearly bit off my third leg. And there was the kickboxing kangaroo. But the deadliest of them all was when I was in Africa hunting the giant Komodo dragon lizard. Yeah. Tell you what, with his stubby legs, when he stood up, he was about your height. Why don't you stand up and try and regain some of your masculinity by trying to pretend to be the Komodo that I hunted. And I'm going to show these folks how I snared him.
The masculinity ended with a glass of water.
But it this too. You stand right over here. All right, yeah, that's about right. And I'll tell you folks, I have been tracking the Komodo for a few days when I was creeping through the bushes and I saw him sunning himself on a rock, all fat and lazy, half scratching himself, especially scratching his tiny genitalia. You'd think that the Komodo dragon would have huge genitals, but no, sorry, the smallest in the reptile kingdom, hung like a gecko. That's right. And he was belching and snoring and belching and snoring. Yeah, a little bit like that.
What's a good actor this guy is?
Much louder and more obnoxious. That's about right. That's about right. And I all quiet like snuck up behind him. Like so. And then I grabbed him, and that got him right snarky. Yeah, and then he threw me off, just like that. And then he bent over at the waist. He bent over at the waist, and he started swishing his tail back and forth. And I'll tell you what, St. Mary's, the tail of the Komodo is the deadliest part. One hit from that thing, and I'm a goner. So he was swishing it. Why don't you move out here a little bit? Swish it good, yeah. Swish it back and forth. And I ducked it once, and I dodged it again, and then I got in there and I grabbed it for all she was worth. But he kept swishing harder and faster and harder and faster and harder and faster, and then he threw me off again. And as luck would have it, I fell right smack dab in the middle of a nest of deadly rock scorpions. And you know about them, beard man, don't you? One bite from one of them, guess what? I'm a goner. So I got 6 or 7 of these little bastards on my shirt, and I pick them up, and I fling them at the Komodo. And even with that thick skin, those little guys did that deadly work. And the Komodo let out a shriek. Exactly like Britney Spears in a catfight with Miley Cyrus. And he screamed again, louder still. And then he fell dead on the ground. I whipped out my rusty knife and I skinned his hide right then and there. But not today, my mate. Give him a big hand. Thank you for bringing back some good memories. Now have a seat and never speak of that again.
That was great. You got that whole thing. You're going to be a star on YouTube.
I know. Next Justin Bieber.
You and a big grizzly Australian fella getting it on inside of a restaurant.
And it'll be a viral video.
15,000 hits by tomorrow's news.
Gonna make a movie.